How to spot a liar. How do we spot a liar? Folks tend to be vague. You can hear brief periods of uncertainty in their voice. They're indifferent. They act like they care, but then they don't care. And most times they overthink. A lot of people rely on body language, this, that, and the third, and those are good cues. But at the end of the day, you got to trust your own instincts. People don't do much of that anymore. They rely on people to tell them what to think, what to do, like right now. So I can think of quite a few people right now who fit that description of what a liar would be. As far as trusting your instincts, the first question I ask myself, well, has this person lied before? Let's think about that. Has this person lied before? Yeah, this person's lied before. It's crazy, right? So the reason I made this video is because the surreal scenes that we're seeing today are not indicative of not just Americans, but free people. I know there's a couple YouTubers on right now that I subscribe to, and they don't need any endorsement from me, but they're pleading for people to open up their minds. And for years, a lot of us have been putting out the warning, not so much on YouTube, but a lot of us have been putting out the warnings nonstop, incessantly, to people that word of mouth, telling people, open up your eyes. And they got this, the woke people or whatever you call that shit. And that's fine and dandy. But you can't lean on your own understanding of things. That's number one. Know yourself. Know your own biases. And do some critical thinking. Okay? Because that's going to save your ass in the long run. There are too many people in this world that are allowing other people to dictate to them how they should live, how they should eat, how they should do this, how they should do that. $1,200 checks. Think about that. Think about a couple that makes close to, I don't know, $75,000, $80,000. I don't know the exact numbers, but we get a check from the government. Like, what is that going to do? Like, I've already lost my business. I've already lost, and I'm just using this as an example because there's thousands of people. 1 million plus have filed unemployment claims, 3-something million. And these people are in a real hardship. This is not a joke to them. Not a joke at all. And I'm not even going to go over the numbers or how absurd it is that the economy got shut down for what we're experiencing right now. With no plan in sight. At least that's what they say. No plan in sight. There's a plan. You can almost guarantee there's a plan. When this thing first kicked off, my first thought process went to 9/11. What happened after that? The aftermath of 9/11. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to lose something. Okay? We're going to lose something. But you need to open up your mind. Apply some critical thought. You got to apply some critical thought. And the first thing that you need to do is stop self-deceiving yourself. So how do you do that? How do you get out of this mental state of denial? Well, everything's going to be fine. Everything's good. We may not go back to normal, but we're still going to be able to live and yada, 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 whatever. Really? Is that's what you think? Okay. So let me ask you this. How many rights are you willing to give away to secure your little bit of security? You're okay with people coming into your house, taking your 6-year-old son, have him tested, have him retested again? Because those propositions are definitely on the table. I'm not okay with it. You know what I mean? I'm not going to do it. Why? Oh, am I a danger to society? If I go out of my house without a mask on, am I a danger to the people around me? I'm not a 5-year-old. I'm not a 4-year-old. I know not to cough and sneeze in somebody's place, in somebody's face. That's ludicrous. That doesn't even make any sense. Why do I need a governor or a senator or the president or someone else or the head of the WHO infectious disease to tell me stay away from somebody that's sick? Think about that. Why do I need to be locked up in my house under quarantine orders? Why is that? Why does the economy need to be shut down for this? Are we adults or are we not adults? Are we free thinking people or we're not free thinking people? Do we even have common sense anymore? Why no more people than the people that I subscribe to and a few host of others haven't talked about this is beyond me. I have no idea. Because I'm walking around where I live. I went to Walmart, went to all these other places, and it's like people follow blindly what other people are doing. And it's not just other people that's telling them, it's like it's the authorities. Don't question the authorities. Don't question what they're telling them. And I get it. And that's that constant fear that they're instilling in people. If you go out and do this, there's a chance that you could die. Look at the statistics. That's all you have to do. Look at the statistics, speech impediment. Just look at that. Are you really? Are you really? Are you really going to die? And then they can't even tell you if these prevention methods are working or these prevention methods work. They think they know. And that's what they're putting on TV because they're really vague. They don't really have a plan, but they do. That's already been put out there. And then you get shamed if you speak out against it. And I'm trying to understand why that would be. Are we not entitled to our own opinions anymore? Is that what it is? So I have to go in line. You know, I have to be shuttled through the gate like the rest of the sheep. I don't get it, man. For 30 years, I've been preaching this stuff. And like I said, you got YouTubers out there all over the place sounding the alarm, posting videos, links to make people wake the freak up. And people still don't get it. So this is my message, okay? I'm going to take care of my own. Hopefully, I reach somebody to make them really, really look within themselves because you got to know yourself. You got to understand your own biases. You got to understand and be able to apply components of critical thinking to be able to get through this, okay? The biggest piece to this that I can tell you is that people are so caught up within themselves and everybody sees it. Everybody's so caught up within themselves. When something like this happens, it's independent survival. It's every man and woman, child for themselves. That's the mindset I see. And I'm going to tell you what, at the end of the day, if you don't look out for your neighbor, if you don't have the common decency, which is what we've lost, which is another part of this video, if you don't have the common decency to at least spread the word and try to get people to open up and realize, snap out of your freaking dream, snap out of your delusion. You're getting ready to give away the rights of my grandkids, my great-grandchildren, and this country will never be the same after this. Ever. So just think about that. I really don't have too much more to add except maybe this one thing, okay? And I'm kind of fumbling through this video. This is my first one, so I apologize if I keep looking off to the wrong direction of the phone, but I guess it's one of those things that you have to get used to and look to the camera. But anyways, so people without principles, people without moral standards, and not everybody, not all, but people without a stern, steadfast foundation of what's right and what's wrong. right? Empathy, general empathy. They're going to go with whatever somebody tells them is right. Whatever they say looks right and purports that is right, that's what they're going to go with. And that's what I see. Because people nowadays, they have lost their moral compass. They have lost their sense of humanity. I mean, plain and simple. If you think it's okay for some guy in a suit sitting up in some office in some Capitol building to tell you to physically stay in your home, lose your freaking job, your livelihood, potentially run out of food, not be able to pay your bills, get yourself evicted, you have a problem. You have a serious problem. So when you're applying that critical reasoning, you need to ask yourself, why do I believe this? What is causing me to believe? Forget what they say. What do you see? What do you understand? I know what I see. I see a bunch of scared people holed up in their homes, afraid to go outside because somebody's going to come around, somebody's going to report them, or somebody's going to come around and try to throw them in jail or cite them, fine them $500. So, does that make any sense to anybody? I just don't get it, man. All this stuff. And then we got people who not even what was it, like less than 3 months ago, marching. Y'all know, I'm not even gonna say it. You already know what I'm talking about. Okay? I'm not a gun enthusiast. I believe in the right for a human to protect themselves how they see fit. Because the Bill of Rights is the Bill of Rights. That can disintegrate. Guess what? I'm a human being just like you are. You have no control over how I choose to defend myself or my family. Period. I don't care if it's written on paper or if it's on a plaque up against the wall. Because that's not how it started. You know, all these people, screaming about, oh, they're trying to do away with the Bill of Rights and this, that, and the third. And I know I'm going off on a tangent, but I'm telling you, this crap pisses me off. It's got nothing to do with that. I consider it a human right to be able to defend myself and my family, period. No other explanation needed. You can codify it and think you're taking ownership, but at the end of the day, that's mine. That's never gonna, it's like my DNA. You're never gonna have that. So I'm gonna tell you now, you're not taking my DNA. Because you can't scare me with that. You can't scare me with, oh, I'm gonna die if I go outside without a mask. Gotta wear a mask. Who the hell do they think they are? Intensely scaring people. So everybody's huddled up in their house. So, number one, why do I believe this? Number two, what's the intent? What's the intent? What's the intent? Because the only thing that's came out of this so far is a $6.2 trillion, whatever you call it. I'm not even going to talk about where everybody knows where the money came from. It came from a printing press. But what has come out of this? What's the intent? And what's the end state? I mean, there's stuff out there about that. Research it on your own. Bill Gates, whatever. Research it on your own. I'm tired of trying to tell people. I've been labeled conspiracy nut, conspiracy theorist, conspiracy this, that, and third. No, man. It's about having a different viewpoint. It's about having my own individual thought process and be able to think clearly, having clarity. Something is wrong. And if you don't see that, you're lost. I don't know what else to tell you. I mean, I don't know what else to tell you. If you have any thoughts about this, please leave them in the comments. Like I said, I'm new at this. But I just had to vent a little bit. I'm not frustrated. I'm secure in my own. My family's going to be protected come hell or high water. But I'm not going to be a sycophantic drone. I'm not going to accept every little thing that comes down. And you might think to yourself, well, I don't. I still got my AR-15. I still, I marched or whatever this. No, man. You're holed up in a house just like I am. And this might be a bad thing to say, but I'm not putting myself out there. I'm not putting myself out there to get arrested. Because you know why? Nobody's going to stand with me. They're going to look at me like they did 25, 30 years ago. Oh, that guy's crazy. He's nuts. He don't know what the hell he's talking about. Everything is out there. And it's crazy to me that in the age of the internet, the World Wide Web, people don't question anything. They just take it. Just bend me over. Just take it. I don't need my job. Just give me that government check. The government's going to take care of me. No sense of history, no sense of self, no sense of common sense, nothing. All about me. And that's going to be our downfall. So stay conceited. Keep self-deceiving yourself. And you'll see where that gets you. The problem is you're going to take me with you. But I'm not going to let you if I can help it. So that's all I got for now. Sorry I had to vent a little bit. But it's getting a little bit too much, guys. Ladies, it's getting a little bit too much. Please, take your heads out of your smartphones and look around. Start asking questions. We're probably already too late for that. Okay? We're probably already too late. We weren't designed like this. Okay? People don't voluntarily place themselves under the thumb of anybody else. Okay? That has to be done by force. So think about that. When those governors came down with those executive orders, there were things attached to that, were they not? They're telling you to stay in your house or else. Oh, that reminds me of something. So somebody posted something on Facebook the other day. I know, crazy. And said something about this one sheriff from this one county said he's going to uphold the Constitution and state laws. And now the guy that responded to me, straight up, way off base, started going in, said I was some kind of label. I don't prescribe to labels. I think everybody's got a free mind. They should be able to use it. I test my beliefs, and I make sure that I do some mental cleansing to make sure on a periodically to make sure that I'm on the right track. Because there's no such thing as a perception of truth. There is, as far as this world's concerned. Because really, your perception shape everywhere you go. Your perception shape. In case you guys are already tracking that, right? It's the truth. Okay, your perception shape. Anyways, getting back to the Facebook thing. So this guy posted on there. He responded to me. I basically said, hey, this sounds all patriotic and fuzzy and everything until this part. Okay, and I was referring to state law. Okay, because let's be honest, they put everything as state law. I mean, once they write something down and that governor signs it, that's state law. By law, they have to enforce it. But people, when they read stuff like that, they get to, oh, he's going to uphold they don't even read anything else. It's like they press the pause button on their cognitive ability, their reading comprehension, everything else, it doesn't matter. As long as he says, uphold the Constitution. Ladies and gentlemen, they don't even uphold that. Think of all the ordinances that you have in your area. Think of all that stuff. And with that being said, if things get really bad, right? They've already created the net. And all these people that are claiming, well, I'm good, This is a pretty popular thing. It still is. I'm good because I'm a law-abiding citizen. Okay. So they're pushing us to the point where we're not going to have anything left. And right now, you might as well consider yourself a subject. Actually, closer to a peasant. Because they control every single thing. And then after this is done and over with, they're going to control even more. I don't even know how that's possible. The economy, the healthcare system. Don't pay your taxes and find out what happens to your house and your car. Education, all of it. Every single bit of it. They own it. And they're getting ready to own a little bit more. Mark my word. Hey, take care of your neighbors. Okay? And if your message is similar to mine, you ain't got to get on YouTube and preach till you're blue in the face. Tell a friend. Word travels fast by word of mouth. It really does. Sorry I didn't post any links. This is all off the top of my head. These are just some of my thoughts. Subscribe if you want to or don't. I'm probably still going to post a video next week. That's probably going to be a little bit more specific to the times that we live in. And I'll just say this in closing. Take care of yourself. Do some critical thinking. And think about your beliefs, okay? We got to bring values back, man. People need to understand that it's not okay to do to people what's happening right now, okay? And that's pretty much it. I mean, if it was legit, straight up, do you think CBS would have to post fake footage of a hospital? I mean, just saying. But snap out of it, guys.